بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم اللهم بارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. Inshallah, we are going to continue our explanation of Surah Al-Waqi'ah, inshallah ta'ala. So we did the first 3 ayat, I think. And yes, one more thing. I think it might be a good idea to try to memorize the surah as we are explaining it. It's much easier to memorize it when you understand it rather than memorizing it without understanding, of course. So it's a good chance, and as we mentioned before, since we are moving slow, you have the time to memorize it. So we did إذا وقعت الواقعة ليس لوقعتها كاذبة خافضة رافعة. That's where we stopped, and we said خافضة رافعة, meaning the day of judgment, that incident that is definitely going to happen, is going to increase and decrease people's ranks. Some people will be increased in ranks, some people will be decreased in ranks. It's all about ranking.
Sheikh Rafia.
Al-Afiyah.
Rafia elevated, right?
Oh, Rafi'a, yes. Rafa'a is to elevate, yes, increase in height or rank. So Rafi'a can increase in height or rank, and Khafida is the opposite, can decrease in height or rank. And of course, both are applicable. Huh? No, on the day of judgment is all about the rank. And of course, the height of your level in Jannah will follow. So if your rank is high, you can use it both ways, ranking and elevation. In terms of the physical elevation, you will be in a higher level in Jannah the more good deeds you have. إذا رجت الأرض رجة. So when the earth, and we said إذا, when Allah says إذا, it does not mean if, it means when. The earth will be made. So it's not like the earth is going to be shaking by itself. رجت, we call that فعل أمر مبني للمجهول, meaning this verb رجت is with an unknown subject. The one who's doing it is unknown. Rujjat, it was made to shake. So just like you say, the masjid was built. Who built it, we do not know, but it was built. The earth was made to shake. It did not shake on its own. Somebody made it shake. Of course, we know it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but in terms of grammar, we say this verb mabni lil majhul, meaning it's linked to unknown. Normally, the verb comes with whoever did the verb. The person, let's say, ate the food. I don't know why my examples are about food always, but biryani, no more biryani. I got sick now. We have to find something else. Nihari. Palau is good too, but nihari, I feel like nihari now. I can't eat nihari?
It is very spicy.
Okay, halim then.
Spicy.
Actually, dal. I really like dal. Dal is good. So when you say the dal was eaten, you don't know who ate it. But you know it was eaten, but you don't know who ate it. Just like here, the earth will be made to shake. It doesn't say who is going to make it shake, but one thing is for sure, it's not going to shake on its own. And the reason for rajja, the second one, إِذَا رُجَّتِ الْأَرْضُ رَجَّةً, the second rajja, meaning this time it's going to shake not unlike any other time. Because there will be earthquakes, and earthquakes do happen all the time. But this time is going to be different. So this context means when the earth is made to shake unlike any other time. إِذَا رُجَّتِ الْأَرْضُ رَجَّةً. Because this time when the earth shakes for the sake of starting the day of judgment, by the way, those things we'll be talking about them inshallah on Friday. Again, not this Friday, one of the Fridays inshallah of the future Fridays inshallah ta'ala. there will be things that will be calling the preparations for the day of judgment. One of them is the earth will be shaking, the whole earth. We're not talking about an earthquake that hits one place or one country or even one continent. We're talking about the whole earth will be shaking. And that's why إِذَا رُجَّتِ الْأَرْضُ رَجَّةً, when the earth will be made to shake, will be forced. He will make the earth shake like no other time. So that's إِذَا رُجَّتِ الْأَرْضُ رَجَّةً, when the earth is made to shake unlike any other time. And this is specifically referring to the day of judgment, because no earthquake can hit the whole earth where the whole earth shakes except that one. إِذَا رُجَّتِ الْأَرْضُ رَجَّةً. Any question about this ayah?
Okay, Raja, the last one, is that a noun or is that still a verb?
No, that's a noun. And I'm happy you're applying the Arabic class here, mashallah. That's good. That's the first step of the 1,000 steps.
maybe quarter of a step for me. I don't know.
No, that's a good step actually. You are, because the first rujat, like you said, is a verb, fa'al,
Yeah.
to be made to shake. But the second one is noun actually. We call that maf'ul mutlaq. It comes to tell you that this is unlike the other times. Rujjat, rajja, dukkat, dakka, bussat, bassa, dammarnahum tadmira. It's a noun that sounds like the verb. That's called maf'ul mutlaq. This is a little advanced, but you are right. The second one is a noun. The first one is a verb. Rujjatil ardu rajja, when the earth will be made to shake in a way that never happened before. That's what the other rajja is, and that's a noun. So mashallah, good. Same thing with the next ayah. وَبُسَّتِ الْجِبَالُ بَسًّا. So here, what is the meaning of bussat? What is the word bassa? Ba and sin, because we have another word that is similar called bassa with the tha. Bassa, sin, versus bassa with the tha. So what is the difference between the two?
Here is both is sin.
No. بست الجبال بسا فكانت هباء منبثا. ثاء منبثا. The next ayah. So what is bassa versus batha? One with the sin, one with the tha. Bassa, batha. So bussat with the sin, to break something into smaller pieces. Batha, to break it even smaller to a point that it becomes dust, scattered in the wind. So bussat al-jibalu bassa, jibal, mountains, bussat will be broken into smaller pieces. Bassa, unlike any other time, because again, mountains can break down. You can put some explosives, you can do something, you can destroy the mountain or break it down. But bussat al-jibalu bassa, it will be made to explode. If you want to say, the mountains will explode or they will shatter into smaller pieces. But that will be only the beginning. فَكَانَتْ هَبَاءً مُنْبَثًّا. The next step will be that those smaller pieces will turn into dust, flying in the wind. So basically, the breaking of the mountains will happen on two different steps. Number one, it will be broken down into smaller pieces, and then after that, it will turn into ashes, scattered by the wind. فَكَانَتْ هَبَاءً. Haba is ashes, munbatha, scattered by the wind. So now, of course, somebody might be asking, what is that for?
So it will
Why
be.
would all that happen? Why will the mountains, first of all, why will the earth shake like unlike any other time? And why will the mountains be broken down into pieces in two different steps? And then they will be scattered in the wind. So why would all these things happen? And we said those things are the preparations for the day of judgment. Why doesn't Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just start the day of judgment? Why are these preparations going to happen? That's right. Brother Sultan actually gave the right answer, mashallah, alhamdulillah, finally in his life. Oh, he said because Allah is angry. That is true. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is angry. And Allah wants to show those people who did not believe in him. Of course, the people, and we're going to come to that inshallah later, those who will be alive when these preparations happen, they will be the worst of the worst. The worst of the worst, or the worst of the worst?
Worst of the worst.
The worst of the worst. So those people who will see the preparations for the day of judgment, they will not be good people. And that's why Allah is showing them a glimpse of his power as these mountains, first of all, إِذَا رُجَّتِ الْأَرْضُ رَجَّةً, the whole earth will be shaking, and we said will be made to shake. رُجَّت الْأَرْضُ رَجَّةً. So there is an outer force that is making it shake, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَبُسَّتِ الْجِبَالُ بَسًّا. These things are not naturally going to happen. Bussat, we said this is mabni al-majhul, meaning somebody else is making it happen. So the mountains will be broken into smaller pieces, فَكَانَتْ هَبَاءً مُنْبَثًّا, and then it will be flying in the air, the ashes.
Yeah.
So seeing, yes, Brother Mujib.
At that time, is Bab al-Tawbah still open or closed?
Oh, Bab al-Tawbah is closed a long time ago before that.
Oh, okay. Alhamdulillah.
The door of the gate of Tawbah closes when the sun rises from the west. So we are talking about a very advanced stage after the sun rises from the west. After the sun rises from the west, no more Tawbah, then good people will die, and there will be only bad people on the face of the earth, and they will see these things. So they will be human beings, and it's terrifying to see the mountains moving and then disappearing, to see all these things. It's terrifying. So the believers, even those who have a little bit of belief in their heart, will be dead. They will not see any of this. Only the worst of the worst, according to the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, people who live like animals, basically. All they do is their desire, eat, sleep, and do the stuff that they enjoy, and they basically, that's the way they are. They will see these signs happening. So we're talking about the end of the major signs.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا وقعت الواقعة ليس لوقعتها كاذبة خافضة رافعة إذا رجت الأرض رجا وبست الجبال بسا فكانت هباء منبثا وكنتم أزواجا ثلاثة